Oh, make sure y'all can see my beautiful face. So I appreciate everybody for showing up to get this information, because I get a lot of questions about private banking, folks finance, crypto, blockchain technology, all of these different things. So I got another class to do in a few hours. So for those who don't catch this one, they can catch that one, and then there'll be a replay for this as well. For those who don't know, my name is Walt. Walt Knows Money, and I've been in the crypto space for about 2.5 years almost. I make a living with this, so it's got its up and downs because it's very risky. Off the back, I want everybody to understand this is the risky part of finance, because you have all of the control over your assets, over your transactions. You actually have custody of your assets. One of my favorite platforms to use is Folks Finance. Folks Finance is built on the Algorand blockchain, so it's powered by that network. This platform allows you to lend money, it allows you to borrow money, it allows you to make trades for your assets, and you can manage all of that in one place. So when we say private banking, DeFi banking, ultimately what we mean is you are allowed to have custody of your assets. You can make transactions whenever you want, and the fees on it are extremely lower than anything that you'll come across dealing with debit cards, credit cards, or any type of bank fees. I know a few people are already in class, have already started their accounts. So I'm just going to give a quick run through on how to actually set up your Folks Finance and to get things going. So you want to go to folks.finance. You should already have the Para wallet. If you don't have the Para wallet, this is what it looks like. You can download it from the Play Store or the App Store. This is a decentralized finance wallet. So what this allows for you to do is hold your assets in one place. You can hold tokens, coins, the actual money, the currency of crypto, and then you actually can hold the NFTs, which would be more like your documents to physical things. So real world assets is what that's called. And we use these wallets to hold our money instead of using actual bank accounts. So instead of using a bank account, you'll use a decentralized wallet like this Para wallet here. Okay, and then in order for you to make any swaps or transfers, you have to go to platforms like Folks Finance. You launch the platform. This is a protocol, right? Websites that are built on top of blockchains are called protocols. So I want people to pay attention to the word protocol. For example, it's called a protocol because it operates on a smart contract. A smart contract is basically computer code, a program that says if A, B, C happens, then it needs to lead to X. So if it doesn't follow the protocol, it will not work. This website has a specific purpose, a specific utility for you to use with your assets. Okay. The protocol is ran on smart contracts. The smart contracts allow you to complete the transactions without a third party. It's already set in stone, basically, in code, how the transaction is supposed to go. So you're going to download the Para wallet. After you downloaded your Para wallet, you're going to go to Folks Finance. Whether you're on the mobile or on the phone, you're going to look for Connect the Wallet. Once you find Connect Wallet, once you go to Folks Finance, you're going to find Connect Wallet. You're going to use the app on your phone. Click Scan QR code. Select the Para app on Folks Finance and connect the app. Connect the wallet to the platform. And you can have multiple wallets. All right, so I want everybody to know that you can have multiple accounts in one wallet. and each wallet is its own entity. I want people to understand that. Basically, setting up a wallet is like setting up a trust fund, a bank account, something that holds assets. Let me go right here. Okay, so as you can see, this is my White Flame wallet, and I have $1.29 inside of the wallet. I'm going to transfer $100 to this wallet for educational purposes. Okay. And you already have them set up? I think I do. Let me see. I don't. Perfect. Okay, so transactions usually take less than 10 seconds. As you can see, now I have $100 inside of my wallet. And the first thing that I want to cover is when you're using Folks Finance as your private bank, this is the safe bet. This is the simplest way to use the platform. Simply using the deposit section. All right, let's say if this all I wanted to do was just come here and use this as my new private bank account instead of using Chase or BOA, any of them other ones, I'd use this. So every time you make a transaction on Folks Finance, you have to confirm the transaction with your Para wallet. So a transaction will pop up on the wallet. You'll click confirm. That would make the transaction go through. The screen is going to tell you when it's complete, successful. So now we have $100 deposited into our Folks Finance. As you can see right here, the fees that were taken out gave us 99.9 assets, right? We put our assets into the deposit and it took the fees off. By depositing $100 into, Paris hit popped up. By depositing $100 into the Folks Finance, you're now collecting basically 10% interest on your money. This is all you, and then that's it. You can add to it. You can add another 100, another 50, another 1,000. Now you're earning 10% on your money. You're earning 3% more in dollars, and then you're earning another 6% in Algorand, the actual coin to the blockchain. And most people are used to an APR. That's why I highlight the APY, the benefit of knowing what your APY is. This is the annual percentage yield. So this is not how much money is returned to you in a year. This is how much your money will grow within a year. That is the big difference between the APRs that people are familiar with on credit cards, bank accounts, card notes. Those are APRs. They're basically returning your money, or somebody's returning the funds that were put into the contract to another party. In this case, you're putting your money into Folks Finance, and then you're simply going to sit there and let it compound. For most of the accounts that I've had, I got the compounding down to about every 4 seconds, which is why people hear me say how to make money every 4 seconds. So just from putting in $100, you're going to watch all of these zeros go away, and then it's going to turn into 50 cents, let's say. And it's going to compound over time. So this is the deposit area. If you scroll down to the bottom, these are the other assets that you can deposit into the deposit area and earn compound interest from them as well. Okay. We have Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin, basically. We got wrapped Ethereum. We have wrapped AVAX, wrapped Solana, Opulus, and then they're going to obviously add more tokens. So this is the safe bet for most people. You can just sit here and stack your money, and then when you need to, you can withdraw it. Simple as that. Do I got any questions on the deposit area? Anybody got any questions on the deposit? All right, so just as simple as you put the money into the deposit, you can take the money out of the deposit. The claim rewards button. This is where you claim the rewards from your, this is where you claim your 6% compounded interest on the algo. So you'll watch your dollars grow and then you're going to also watch your algorand grow as long as you have the deposit there. This is also another form of staking in crypto. So if you're familiar with the term staking, this is another form of staking within crypto. And you're simply just letting your dollars stack up and you're earning rewards in another asset. All right, so I'm going to withdraw this plus the little extras that we just made off of it. And these are same day results. So it doesn't matter if you use $10 or $1,000. These are same day results on any of the transactions that you want to make. So for my favorite part of the game is creating your own loans. So I usually teach people how to create 2 loans, one being the uptrend loan. This allows you to get paid when the market is going up. So you click create loans, type in uptrend money, then you're going to make sure it's on general, create the loan. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the trader view now. Hello. All right, so then you're going to go back. You're going to create another loan. Downtrend money. And the downtrend loans usually pay the best because when the market drops, it always drops consistently or it drops really hard. So the downtrend will be paying the most, especially right now in the bear market. So that's something to keep in mind if you're familiar with charts, if you're watching your account. If the market's dropping, take advantage of it by adding to your downtrend, being heavy on the downtrend. So after you've created the loans, remember you're going to click at the top of the screen, loans, create loans, label one uptrend, label the second downtrend. So we're going to start off with the downtrend because we have USDC in our wallet right now. So I'm going to put $100 into my downtrend plus those extras that we got compounded from earlier. The downtrend loan has a loan to value of 70%. So the max you can borrow from your $100 is 70%, $70. Myself personally, everybody knows me, I'm real risky, so I max out my loan to value every time. But for this, I'm only going to do half. So for the downtrend, you want to make sure that you have USD coin as the collateral. The downtrend has to have USD coin as collateral because this is a stable coin. This $100 is going to continue to compound at 3%, the same 3% that we would have got over here on the deposit, but we also get the extra 6% in algo on the deposit side. For the loans, we're just going to collect the 3% compounded interest. So the $100 is compounding at 3% annually as of right now. And I've let $100 sit a few times. If you let $100 sit in the account, it'll average a penny. It'll start averaging a penny within about a week. So if you let $100 sit for one whole week, it'll start making you roughly a penny a day. That's a fact. All right, so you want to make sure you have USD coin as the collateral on your downtrend because this is only going to go up. This is not going to go down. It's not going to fluctuate, which allows you to take advantage of the assets that do fluctuate, like Algorand, like AVAX, like Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So these are the assets that you would use to discharge your debt, essentially, right? Because you have the $100 compounding as collateral. So now let's just say you have to pay for something that costs $50. Yeah, let's do 588. There we go. So it's not even 50%. So let's just say we need $50. So we're going to borrow the $50 from our account. And we're borrowing the $50 in Algorand because Algorand is a fluctuating asset. Let that pop up. So right now we have a liquidation margin of 35%. I want to highlight this real quick. So like I said earlier, if I wanted to, I could have borrowed the max, which would have been $70. And then the liquidation margin, which is the most important part of this strategy, would have went down to 10%. Anything over 10% is where you can start to borrow from your account. So the liquidation is the most important part of this. Right now, ours is at 35%. If I was to take it all, the other $20, we'd go down to 10%. And right here where it says variable APY and stable APY. Personally, I use the variable APY because if the market's going to go up and down, this number goes up and down as well as this number goes up and down. So stable would mean you're locked in. So you'd be locked into a higher number than a lower number. I prefer the variable just because of that. Okay, so we're at 35.82. And the liquidation margin is going to be your key indicator on what you should do. Should you borrow? Should you add? Should you wait? What should you do? All right. So with the, what we borrow, $50. So with the $50, because we're only starting with $100, with the $50 that we borrowed, we're going to go and add that $50 to our uptrend loan. That'll work. Confirm the transaction with your wallet. Voila. So now we have our uptrend collateral, which is Algorand. It's a fluctuating asset. So when the asset fluctuates up, we want to be able to take advantage of that. And just like the USDC, it'll compound every few seconds. It's compounding at 5%. Oh, Miss Ruby popped up. So like I was saying, the uptrend collateral needs to be Algorand. It needs to be a fluctuating asset. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be AVAX, it could be any of these fluctuating assets on the uptrend. So when the price of the asset goes up, we're able to take advantage of that. You know, and we covered this earlier in the morning come up that the downtrend has been paying for quite a while. So just imagine this is Algorand, 69% since, what's some day chart still? So since February. So imagine, I personally have been learning crypto, learning DeFi during the bear market. The whole time I've been involved in crypto, the market has been going down, 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 down. It has not went past any of the all-time highs. It has not been in an uptrend from the all-time high. I mean, from year to date. So that's just part of how I've learned. I've learned how to actually make money while the market is going down overall. So once things reverse and things start to go up and look good for everybody that's involved, I want people to remember that. Let's go back here. So you want to make sure uptrend, Algorand is the collateral. And this is where you're going to borrow the USDC. You're going to borrow USDC on the uptrend loan. So off of the $50 that we use as collateral, we'll be able to borrow $30 from the uptrend collateral. The uptrend collateral usually has about a 50 to 60% loan to value. So the most that you can borrow from the uptrend would be 50 to 60%. And I actually didn't mean to take all of that. Let me put something back on that. So instead of borrowing 30, we're going to borrow the 20. Okay, so off the $50, we're going to borrow $20. That's going to put our liquidation margin at 39%. Remember, the liquidation margin for the loan is the most important part. Right? This is allow you to help you manage the account without reading the chart. Without reading the chart, you'll be able to manage your loans because the liquidation margin will go up when the market's going up, and the liquidation margin will go down when the market is going down for the uptrend. On the downtrend loan, when the market is going down, the liquidation margin will go up. And when the market is going up, the liquidation margin will go down. That's for the downtrend. So they work opposite, yet they work in unison as well. Okay. I'll leave those that way. And now, after those transactions, we got $20 in our wallet, and we have $151 collateralized, and we've borrowed $71 from our original deposit. So these are the basics right here. So at this point, you're going to let your loans, you're just going to let them flow, let them manage. At this point, you can leave this alone. You do not have to put any more money into the account. You can just see what the $100 does and just let it compound from there. Or you can manage the loans, and then you can add more money to the account, increasing the liquidation margin, which will allow you to borrow even more. I'm not going to go that far right there. The swap. So if you ever need to swap out an asset from Algorand, let's just say to USD coin, you will click the swap at the top, and then you put in whatever you need here, and it'll swap into the asset that you need. And I'll show you other ways to swap in a second. But if you ever need to swap an asset, you can swap inside of the Folks Finance. For those who are new and you're looking to buy Algorand or USDC and get it onto your para, this is another way for some people to do it. You have to KYC. It's going to take you to one of those places that collect your information, and then you have to put in your credit card number or whatever payment method you want, and then it's going to send the money to your para wallet after you pay for the crypto. So, and this is how you would deposit. Another way, let me see. Deposit. All right, so that's pretty much the basics of Folks Finance. The main reason I like it is because I can simply put my money here and earn way more than the bank. Let me check, see who on the call with me. I see I got a lot of familiar people who came and show up today. London, Larry, Miss Ruby, Paris, Mariah. How y'all feeling today? Oh, let me see.
Everything good, brother? Just here for some support.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I had to make this long drawn out for the people that's not getting it, because we gotta pivot to the next spot. All right. After you set up your Folks Finance, you'll understand how you can use the deposits just to stack your money instead of letting it sit in the bank. Fiat dollars sitting in the bank are losing value every day. The United States dollar is getting beat up, and if you're following the news or if you actually following any other market, then you understand what's going on with that. So we want to be in a position to not be affected by the loss in value of the United States dollar. This is one strategy of many that can help you get away from that part. I use this simply so I know I got to spend money, right? So if I got to spend money, I can put, this is $100, put $1,000 in here, borrow the $700 I need to go and pay for whatever I need to pay for. And then when the market is going down, this $50 that I borrowed will disappear, right? It'll basically discharge the debt on its own. And there's other platforms that you can use to do the exact same strategies, right? There's a lot of ways you can actually do this, but this is the easiest way. This is same day. You can put a few dollars in here and start discharging your debt, start earning compound interest every 4 seconds. I see we got enough people on here. So who does not have YoCoin? Because I'm going to be doing an airdrop. So I need everybody on here to send me a DM saying airdrop, and then I'm going to get your wallet address, and I'm going to send you some YoCoin so that you can start making more off of these transactions, because we actually have big, let's say a big deposit, a big investor coming into Yocoin soon. So anyone that's already invested in Yocoin will be able to take advantage of those transactions, right? Because everybody who holds Yocoin earns off the transactions. 1% of all the transactions goes to the holders. So I'm gonna be doing an airdrop for everyone that's come to the Zoom. Well, the first 20 people, right? I can't give away too much free money. So first 20 people, shoot me a DM, airdrop, and send me your wallet address, and I'll send you some Yocoin. If you already have some, that's even better. If you don't, welcome to the club. And then that's that. And I even dropped the link to Yocoin inside the chat for those who don't know. Oh, look, Dennis hit me up. All right, well, we on. All right, cool. So maybe Dennis will pop up and share some information. All right, so for all the people that are new, let me take some questions from new people. Anybody new got any questions? Or that's basically hasn't started yet either, because you consider new if you really haven't started yet either. I'm taking questions right now so I can have give some insight on what we went over already. I do not have Yocoin. This is my first time. All right, Jonathan Marshall. Paris said he can't hear me. Why? Who can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Who cannot hear me besides Paris? Okay, and John, we got to get you some Yocoin. So make sure you just send me a DM, and that'll get you started right there. Clarence, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm good. Still driving.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to log into this thing while I'm driving.
What, to your Folks Finance?
No, to this meeting. I was getting some hassle, but I got here though.
Okay, all right. Then they sent the photo. So, all right. Basically, that's Folks Finance, though. This is how we make the money every 4 seconds for those who don't know. But I wanted to give some clarity to the few people that I see on here that are actually already in the class. Is there anybody have any questions about something that you don't understand about this? And I'm asking right now because I know I'm going to have to, but I don't want to have to repeat myself. Okay? So I've explained it. I've shown it. Any questions about Folks Finance? Right now is the time to ask, because I'm going to be extremely rude if anybody asks me after this recording. And I'm just keeping it 100. That's why I do this, to get the information out there and share it with people. What do you say? Okay, London, I see yours. Send it to me on Facebook, London. That way I got it there. And I don't know why Paris can't hear me. Dennis said he coming. So let Dennis come. And y'all know Dennis gonna bring some value. So my 1-2 punch, let me give y'all this. After you start making money with your Folks Finance, how to navigate it, move the money, manage it. Once you're making money from here, you're gonna start to bring the money over here. Tinyman is a decentralized exchange. So it's similar to Coinbase or crypto.com, except it's private. You don't have to give up your information in order to access the exchange. So you click to go to Tinyman. Tinyman is going to pop up. I actually need to connect a different wallet. So same thing, you go to Tinyman, you click connect wallet, select Para, click Para Mobile. Make sure you scan it. Connect wallet, and voila. All right. So my favorite thing about Tinyman is the liquidity pools. Aside from being able to be my own private bank, being a liquidity pool provider is the best thing about crypto to me because you earn a fee per transaction. You earn a fee on all transactions. All right. And this is also another form of staking. Brother Dennis, what's going on? How you feeling? All right. So every time someone comes to Tinyman and they swap out Algorand for USDC or something else, you can collect the fee. Every time somebody makes a swap, you collect a fee. Every time somebody pay their rent, if you're a landlord, you collect a fee. If you're a payment processor, every time somebody swipe their card, you get a fee. In this case, every time somebody swaps their assets out, you will get a fee. Cool. You must have sent the photo back. All right, so with the liquidity pool on Tinyman, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to click pools at the top and click create pool. First pool that I usually show people would be the Algorand USDC pool. Usually has the most total value locked. And let's go with 8. That's not enough. All right, so the way you set up a liquidity pool, you'll add 50% of the USDC. So let's just say $2 here, $2 there. For educational purposes, I'm going to use $4 in USDC, but it's going to still give me $2 of each. So in order to set up a liquidity pool, you have to add the 2 assets. And in exchange for adding your 2 assets, you're going to get liquidity pool tokens. So you still retain custody of the equity. You still hold access to the equity, but you added the original assets to the liquidity pool so that you can earn from the fees. As you can see right here, while adding liquidity with the single asset or flexible, they will still be swap 50-50 ratio. Okay, so now we're going to check our positions. See, we put $4 in, it's 3.99 because of the fees. This is our balance. This is how much of the total value that we have. We have $4 out of this 1.7 million, and then this liquidity pool averages about 7% APY. Bam. So whatever transaction just went through, we earned this fraction of a penny. $2 in USDC, $2 in Algo. Bam. So what's this? 21st. And this is simple how, and you can add to the liquidity pool, you can remove from the liquidity pool whenever you want. So that's another thing. You retain custody of your assets at all times when you're using this. It's up to you how the money moves and how much you can actually earn off of your assets. For example, if you choose a totally different network, a totally different blockchain, a totally different liquidity pool, you can earn more than you earn here or less than you earn here. But that's one of the benefits of crypto. You get a lot of variety. Do I have any questions on Tinyman and the liquidity pool? That ain't bad. No questions on Folks Finance, no questions on Tinyman. All right.
I have a question.
Shoot.
I have a bunch of old crypto sitting in Coinbase. Would I be able to move it over to this and use it through here?
Yes, you can. And actually, if you move it to here into a DeFi, you'll have more control of it than leaving it in Coinbase in case they want to freeze an account, hold deposits, hold withdrawals of a specific asset, because they have the power to do that. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? That's all I'll be looking for is questions. I'm ready to answer questions. Okay, well, Dennis, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful because hey, it's still happening.
The downtrend, I know. The downtrend money
is still happening. Hey,
the downtrend money make you dance, don't it?
This type of stuff, right? Because we've been calling this since the beginning of the year. And I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I felt some kind of way when people was like, oh, y'all thought price was gonna go down. It's still going up. It's still going up. And now all those people shut the hell up. Like they ain't even around no more.
That's what I was saying. Like you just said, how you seemed crazy to people a while ago, and even now, in that sense, right? People expecting it to go up, but you still betting on the downtrend because I mean, it got to go down. That's one. That's how I look at it. It has to go down. It has to correct itself.
And the fact that we still understand enough to stay in the market, to stay investing, to stay doing what we're doing, it's gonna lead us to those. Because I've been here before. You know, I mean, this is not my first rodeo. This is my second. I ain't gonna act like this
is my first rodeo.
Hey, this is my second rodeo. So when 2025 come, bro, I promise you, because I see you still putting in that work. When you see the results of 2025, 2026, oh man, it's gonna be life changing.
Well, look, I feel it right here, but shit, the reality ain't setting in all the way like I needed to.
And it didn't for us in 2018. Like I said, I was crazy buying $6,500 Bitcoin. Crazy. People thought like, what did you buy? You bought at 8,000, you buying at 6,500, you buying at 5,000, you buying at 4,000, bro. You just, if you want to give your money away, give it to me. That's what people were saying to me back in 2018. If you just want to give money away, you can give me your money. Then come 2020, how do I buy Doge? How do I buy this and that? And how do I buy Ethereum? I was crazy when I bought Ethereum at $200 and $120 and $80 and $60.
Now look at the price of things. And you know what I noticed too? I did some math. The price levels now basically then wiped out everything that it was made over the last 3 years, let's say.
Bro, and this happens every 4 years.
So it went all the way up and then it just went all the way back down. Like anybody that made profit over the last 3 years, it took their money out. They happy. But anybody that just invested and watched it, they sick because now they got to wait all over again for it to shoot back up because they didn't understand the market or how to leverage it when they had the opportunity to. What Dennis and I teach people is how to leverage it from the get-go. You start off understanding and learning how to leverage your assets, how to discharge your debt, how to take advantage of this new asset class, right? A lot of people miss stocks. A lot of people we definitely missed bond market. Damn near the whole world had missed the bond market. We missed stocks. People missed investing in actual companies that became billion-dollar companies. People still miss real estate opportunities on a regular basis because of the, how much it costs to really enter. And I'm not talking about wholesaling. To actually acquire a property and leverage it, it takes a nice piece of change. We can do all of those things using crypto. You can be your own bank. You can buy real estate. You can do art. You can do music. You can pretty much do anything that you can do in the real world. You can do it digitally, which is also why I'm about to show people how they can start setting up businesses, Web3, as opposed to still doing it the old-fashioned way. Because taxes and inflation, like you said earlier, always the biggest, enemies to the individual, the business owner, and most households, right? So that's where I'm coming from. This is why I do this, to get this information out to the people that could use it the most, because they might not be able to understand what's going on around them. But the shit about to hit the fan. So, don't take this lightly.
When do y'all think that when all this change is going to happen? About next year, early next year, or coming up?
So personally, when people ask me when do I think it's going to happen, I tell them this: it's already happening, right? You got to think. I read over documents and I look at headlines and I watch videos. I do my own research.
Yeah, I noticed that they're like, a lot of companies going around, they're buying up things and it's getting ready. They just haven't like the prices are low, so it's good to like, get them while they low. So when the price goes up, you get those life-changing moments. It just ain't happened yet. So it is happening behind the scenes. But when do y'all
You
think
never
that
know.
they push that button on it though?
So I'll chime in real quick on that.
Go ahead.
I won't ever do that. Trying to guess. And so one famous one thing that we could take, it says time in the market is better than timing the market. I have absolutely no idea when the bottom is going to happen. I have no idea when they're going to turn it up. But what I do understand and what I have noticed is the cycle of things, right? There's this whole 4-year cycle that goes on with crypto, and that goes along with election year as well. So I'm not going to promise you next year is going to take off, but a lot of times during election year is the same year we have a halving, we see an uptick in the market following our halving. And that is not immediately either. Because some people think like that, like, oh yeah, the halving is today, tomorrow I'm gonna be rich. That's not true.
Hey, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because that gives me more time to like grab up assets like y'all be talking about.
Absolutely. And that's what I hope everyone here is doing. And the smarter thing that y'all have an advantage of that I didn't have, 5 years ago is you're able to leverage this. I tell Walt all the time, like, I promise you almost every time I just see Walt in person, I bring back up one of my hurtful memories of selling 12 Ethereum just to buy my miner. You know what I mean? And seeing what 12 Ethereum is at now. I sold 12 Ethereum to have $1,200 to purchase my miner, and I could have $12,000 right now had I just borrowed against my Ethereum, because I had more than just 12 Ethereum, right? I had me a nice little pocket worth of Ethereum. What if I would have borrowed against it to buy my miner? I have all the money that my miner made, and I still have those 12 Ethereum if I'd have borrowed against it instead of using it. So y'all are able to learn how to do that. And I know for some people right now that haven't settled in their mindset yet, right? Y'all still don't really understand what we're teaching just yet. And that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. We didn't get it. It took me 3.5 years for the light bulb to finally go off and say, you know what? I'm never selling another asset. So like right now, I'm big on AVAX. I'm big on Matic. I'm big on OP. And I'm buying them by the boatloads, even while the market is bearish. But I'm not selling them. I'm only borrowing against them. Because if one day I wake up, Matic is what, 55 cents or less right now? If one day I wake up and see Matic at $500, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna shed a little tear if I was spending Matic at 55 cents.
Hey, Dennis, I remember when you called Matic under $1. That shit went from 99 to 50 cents.
Bro, I was trying to tell them.
I remember.
I would say there was all, hey, man, Matic about to do this. The market is bullish. Oh, we finna see this, that, and the other. I'm like, bro, the market has to drop before it picks up. And this is just the cycle of things. So something y'all gonna learn this year is y'all gonna learn more so how the cycle works, because it's gonna happen 4 years from now. Even if you missed the boat now, I'm not gonna be one of those to tell you, you missed the boat, you ain't never gonna have an opportunity. This gonna happen again. But in my honest opinion, the bull market we're going to see that come from this bear market is going to possibly be the biggest one ever witnessed. We have never had mass adoption to this level before. We never had major companies saying that they're going to use cryptocurrency blockchains before. When it comes like to AVAX, for example, the Fed now, where everybody expects to be big, Fed now and digital currency, they said they're using Exchange on AVAX. Amazon said they're using Exchange for transactions. How much money will that bring in if every Amazon transaction uses AVAX for the gas? Like, how big could that really be? So I might have made a lot of money investing in games back in 2019, 2020. I invested in Sandbox and Wax and Decentraland. And those turned me from somebody that's never even seen 5 figures in a bank account to somebody that needs to learn how to manage a 6-figure account. You know what I mean? Like, it was life-changing money. My best advice I have for y'all that's going to take what we're doing here serious is to look to see where you're going to be in the future and start preparing for that. Because I ain't going to lie, I was not prepared to be someone that earns 6 figures annually. I wasn't. So I spent 6 figures annually. You know what I mean? Because I live a life where you make money fast, you spend a little money faster. And it took me aftermath to finally look back and say, dang, I made a lot of money. Dang, I spent a lot of money. I need to learn how to not to spend all my money. You know what I mean? And at the same token, I also learned that, you know what? I should have been taking more profit when I knew the market was high. I was doing everything and still holding on to all these coins and all these assets, thinking like I ain't never gonna sell them. But what if I would have sold Ethereum? I knew Ethereum was dropping under $3,300 when it dropped under that. I told everybody from the moment it went under $3,300, hey y'all, we about to see a hard downside from Ethereum. So I seen the drop coming. Why didn't I sell my Ethereum? Why didn't I take profit and buy it back at a lower price? It's something I had to learn from my first rodeo. And it's something that now that I know, I can help express this to the next ones coming up so they know it. Y'all, we're going to see a lot of money. If you invested and you keep doing this, we're going to see a lot of money in the next 2.5 years. And what I want y'all to do is take some profit and enjoy your life. There are things that I could have afforded when Bitcoin was 60,000. I couldn't afford when Bitcoin was 25,000. You know what I mean? I could have bought a whole house when Bitcoin was at 60,000. I was like, I'm gonna hold this forever. And then the price pulled back on me. So I learned those lessons. And that's one thing and a big reason why I linked with Walt, because he showed me he was getting the next round of people up. Y'all are us in 2018. My round, we was 2018. There was people before us. They taught me. But me and my group of friends, y'all probably know them. Some of them are doing very well in the crypto space. We was the class of 2018. And, you know, our lives changed in 2020 and 2021. Y'all are a class of 2023. Your life is going to change in 2024 and 2025. By 2026, we might just reach our top. We might reach the highest climate of whatever the market is going to do, and it's going to drop from there. Learn from the lessons that us, class of 2018, did not, because we didn't take profit at the top. We figured time in the market is better than taking profit. So I'm just going to hold on to everything. I don't care if it pull back. I'm going to just get some more, and it's going to go up again. I'm not going to lie to y'all and say I don't wish I would have took more profit, or I would have bought more things, or I would have did more with my money in 2021. I watched a lot of my money fade away in 2022. Just watched it. I'm like, I ain't gonna sell it. I ain't gonna sell it just because the market dropped a little bit. I'm gonna hold on to it. And I just sat there and watched money slowly creep back down and went from 6 figures to 5. You know what I mean? Hey, this is some hurtful reality. And I just want to express it to y'all so you don't have to go through the same torture I went through. If you turn, and guys, when I say I went from up to 6 figures, it was from 3-figure investments. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where I would have been at if I'd have had a few $1,000s to my name before the market took off. It was 3-figure investment. It was me saying, you know what? I can't afford to really invest in this crypto market, but I can stop smoking weed. And the $50 I spend on weed every week, I'm going to put it in crypto. That money that I'm not smoking and I'm not drinking no more, that $75 a week I used to throw away to pacifications went into crypto, and then that money turned into 6 figures. I was at $250,000 before the market dropped. You know what I mean? And you go from $250,000, you buy some things, you live life, and then now you're down to $50,000, $60,000. It's a whole different feeling. You don't feel the way you were before you had money about $50,000 after you seen money. Now, before I ever had 4 figures to my name, $50,000 sounded great. But after hitting $250,000, $50,000 is broke. I need to get some money. I don't know. I made some bad decisions. We need to do something around here. So again, Walt brings me to these calls just to kind of give y'all an understanding from my history so that you don't make the same mistakes, and even so you know what to look forward to. Y'all have an opportunity right now that if you stick with this, you can change your life financially. You know what I mean? It's not going to feel like that right now, but you can really change the trajectory of what you've been going through if you stay committed. And you might seem crazy to the rest of the world. And that's why I'm happy Walt created this group. So us like-minded individuals can come together and talk and you know, refresh each other. I was kind of like by myself. I wasn't completely by myself. I knew some people, but everybody wasn't as adamant as I was on, I'm going to keep buying no matter what. So we had friends that kind of felt like a college dropout. You know what I mean? I'm one of the college graduates that they look back and be like, man, I should have stayed in college because I could have been like you. But they was college dropouts because when it got tough, when it got hard, they said, no, forget this. I don't want to keep coming to school. I don't want to keep paying this money. I'm going to go get a job. And that's what people did in the crypto space. While we were still doing what we was doing to try to make the best out of crypto, they said, forget this. I'm not ever investing no more money in it. I quit. I'm gonna go and do something else with my time and my energy and find a different way to make my first million. But those of us that stuck with it, we seen money that we didn't know was possible. And those friends that quit came back to us in 2021 and 2022 when our money was up at its highest and said, hey, I want to get back in. I want to do this again. And then 2022 came and they lost money all over again and they quit all over again. I can't tell y'all how many people I trained last year that have such a bad taste in crypto, they'll never invest in this again. But you all are sitting at a perfect position. Because yeah, you might see a little more downward motion. Yeah, you might see a little more even after the halving happens, it picks up and then it drops down. But if you don't quit, if you don't call quits on it, you're going to be what we call battle tested. And those of us that are battle tested survived. And our life has changed. So I hope, I'm looking at names right now to my right, because some of y'all, I even remember that y'all been here before, like Paris and E, Thomas, Mariah. I've seen y'all. Y'all been around. Jonathan, Clarence, I've seen y'all. Y'all been on these calls. So that means y'all committed because the market is bearish. You can your AWS whoop right now if you buying it. But you still came to this call again afterwards and afterwards and afterwards. So y'all are what we are calling battle tested. Y'all are beginning to become battle tested in this market. And if you keep on the road that you're on, you're going to be those that graduate, that the friends are asking, hey man, how do I get back invested? How do I get back started? How do I do what you do? Because I remember you. I remember you used to work 2 jobs and overtime. And I remember you was never taking vacations before. And I remember like, nah, I see you in Dubai with Walt and I see you on yachts in Miami. Like, how did you do it? You know what I mean? Y'all do it because y'all are sticking to what we find profitable right now, even though everybody don't see it. So my advice to those of y'all here, like Walt said, Dennis, how you feeling? How many of the crypto gurus, quote unquote gurus, are coming online and saying they're excited about the market right now? Not many, right? So many of them are saying, oh, the market is going this and that, and it's going to crash, and we're going to lose some money, or they're not even here no more. Let's just be honest. Those that was in 2020, 2021, I've seen too many of them that we used to battle me about what I talked about. They're not even here to talk no more. They left. They quit themselves. They got a job. I haven't worked since COVID. I don't plan on ever working for anybody else again. If I do work, it's going to be something that I create for me and my family. So I ain't going to say I'm just completely I am unemployable. But I ain't gonna say I will avoid work. I'm still young. I'm about to be 38 this year. I got a strong back. Like I can put in some work, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna work under anybody else's clock. If I ever work again, it's gonna be for a business that I own. And I'm gonna be able to start that business because the money I'm making through what I'm showing, what Walt is showing y'all right now.
All right. Okay, so Dennis, I got another call coming up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate your, 22 cents as always. For anybody that's new, anybody interested, like the recent class started Saturday, it's open. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so recent class open Saturday. The current price for the wealth class is $900. Anybody that's referred or anybody that catches one of the lives, you get a 50% discount. Price goes up every month. So that's to highlight the fact of what Dennis said. You want to get in while you can, because I'm taking this wealth class to the bank and I'm going to be charging $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 for teaching the same thing, because people are going to be thirsty and anxious to learn how to do this. And I'll be able to charge an appropriate fee because I worked my way up. I've charged $100, $200, $300, $400, every price you could think of. I've already passed it. So if you didn't catch it, that's on you. So right now, price is $900 to get in the mix and start learning this one-time payment. 50% off if you are referred or if you catch on the live and you join from one of the live calls that we have. The next call that I'll be doing is at 9 o'clock, because I got a few other people that actually was scheduled for 9 o'clock. So I'm going to run this back at 9. If anybody thinks of something later, wants to catch me later, sign up. And that's pretty much it. But before I go, do I got any questions? Anybody want to chime in, say anything before we get out of here? Okay. All right, so I appreciate everybody that came. If you want, you can catch the replay to stuff I went over on the YouTube. It's on my YouTube. It'll be under free private banking masterclass. Y'all can check it out there. All right. I appreciate y'all support, man. I definitely need it, because like Dennis said, we going through a battle right now. That shit is whooping my ass, but I ain't giving up, because I live off of crypto. I like Dennis say, he live off 100%. I'm at about, I was at like 80-20. Now I'm back to like 60-40. Like I got to pay for shit right away. I don't even take the time to even do what I need to do. Like, so I'm battling that right now, but I'm here and I'm sharing what I know with other people. That's why we got the class. Class comes with a checklist of exactly what you all need to do to get started. I just covered some of it in the video. We have an investment club where we do group economic transactions. Once you join the class, you'll get access to the Discord and the Telegram. The first week will basically get you an introduction to decentralized finance, because most people still are new to it, don't know what it is. This will get you started. I'll go over the tokenomics, help you actually understand what these numbers mean, what we look at. We just cover private banking, how to actually make the money, leverage the money in the market. And then also what Dennis and I partnered on was just the bill pay classes, where we teach you how to spend your crypto at these stores like Amazon, Walmart, and you do that so that you can save on taxes. You can keep your money, your assets, and spend it when you want, and not have to worry about that tax bill that's eating up, or the inflation that's eating up your income. All right. So this is what the class looks like. It's a Google Classroom. Once you get the link to class, you in. If I got no questions, I appreciate the support. I'll catch y'all later. All right. I'm out.